Forrest Fenn, a Santa Fe art dealer, a man with an intriguing past and mysterious treasure he buried in the Rocky Mountains. Even though the chest was retrieved in June 2020, the mystery of the chase continues on with questions and conspiracy. Especially those bells and jars he buried. What do we have to help us find them? Did he leave any clues to their whereabouts? Well, I'm here to help answer those questions. Yes, he did. In the following video is Forrest talking about his bells and jars, and how he buried them. He tells you what he put in them and how it can help you if you find them. The one thing that nobody knows is that he does tell you where you can find one. He does that with the books and the information in the illustrations. And with the poems, 9 clues that lead you to the first location. You see, what you find next is a jar literally buried 4 foot deep with another poem. Yes, that is what was found. You see, Forrest spent a great amount of time creating the chase to make it as exciting and mysterious as he could for us to enjoy.
So I started making bells, and I have quotes around the edge of my bell. I sign all of them and put the date on them. And I've taken 8 of these things out in different places around New Mexico, and I've buried them 4 feet deep, 3 to 4 feet deep, so that a metal detector cannot find these bells. Maybe in 1,000 years, a machine can find these bells. But I have another, I think, 28 bells that I'm burying. Not only bells, but I have bronze jars that have screw-on lids. So I've written a 20,000-word autobiography, and I put my autobiography in those jars and screw the lid on real tight, and I bury those. My philosophy is that I am influencing the future. I probably made, I want to think, 40 of these things. And I have another 28 that I'm going to bury. I've buried 8 so far. If I can live long enough, I'm going to bury all of them.
You don't actually dig the 4-foot hole yourself, do you?
Sure I do.
Well, you're very fit, Forrest.
I don't want anybody to know where they are.
Oh, that's right. Well, now that's the other question that people are always asking about the treasure. Who else knows where it is? And what's your mafia quote?
2 people can keep a secret if one of them is dead.
Yeah, okay.
The fact is, there are no secrets. There are just some stories that just haven't been told yet.
Yeah, yeah. And you're burying them deep so that...
Well, I'm burying deep enough so that normally a metal detector won't find them. 3 and 3.5 feet deep. Most metal detectors, although the bells are, they weigh 4 and 5, 6 pounds a piece. So, technology being what it is, somebody will find those bells. But if somebody finds them in 200 years, that's okay.
How will you know if it's been found?
The type of guy that's going to find that treasure chest is the type of guy that can't keep it quiet. That's my theory. Just shut up. Like I told you before, that's very private conversation.
Right.
Read me what the poem says, and the game's over. You don't need to tell me you found a treasure chest. Just read me the poem.
Right.
That answers all the questions.
Right. Okay.
And I don't need to know who you are.
Do you talk about the treasure in your autobiography?
I did, but then I deleted it. I shouldn't say that. The jars that I have buried, I talk about the treasure chest. So if you can find a jar, it'll help you. But I hate to say that I enjoy the subterfuge of what I've done, because that's misleading. But to illustrate it, I don't know how to illustrate it, except that I like to do things that are unexpected. And I've had a lot of people undo this jar and put it. They don't know that deep in my mind someplace I enjoy. They asked a comedian one time, said, what is funny? And the guy said, surprise. And I thought that was a really good comment. Sure, surprise is what makes everything work.